Welcome to the Professor Preston 3rd Anniversary Extravaganza. We have a lot planned for this video, like special guest appearances by some major YouTubers, announcements for exciting future projects, and so much more. To kick things off, we're going to get things started with a quick Q&A segment. We put it to you, the fans, to ask all of your burning questions, and to kick things off, we're tackling your burning questions here, right now. Show me the money.
And there's no money in here!
Sorry, my bad. So, yeah. Been doing YouTube for 3 years now. The interesting thing about that is that it still feels really new to me. I feel like a lot of other YouTubers, by this point in their career, they would feel rather settled in. But for me, because I'm not doing it professionally, I don't feel tied down to a specific style. Career YouTubers, they find something that works and they kind of stick to it, and then it becomes normal. But for me, I feel like I'm always experimenting with this channel. I'm always talking about new things, and because of that, it still feels like a fresh part of my life. And you know, because I'm still doing so much figuring out, I still feel like I'm a rookie, even though I've been doing it for 3 years now. I don't really want to get into going over the whole story of this channel, because I do these every year. I take a moment to reflect on the fact that I've been doing this channel for a while, and there's a lot that I don't want to recap, pretty much just because it was a bad time. Anyone who watched my channel in 2025 probably knows that it was a really rough time in my life. A lot of stuff was upended. I was figuring out a lot of stuff, and I didn't really get to do as much YouTube as I wanted to last year. That being said, the YouTube that I did last year was really foundational in the YouTube I'm doing this year. Season 3 of Professor Preston was kind of like a prototype or proof of concept for Season 4 of Professor Preston. That's when I introduced the introduction theme song and the end screen that I'm using and the current character designs. As bad as last year was, this year is actually going really well. You might have noticed that I'm uploading a lot more regularly. I'm trying to upload at least one episode a month, and I'm trying to get out as much extra content as possible, like my YouTube shorts and extra videos. And this has been an interesting year because it feels like for the first time, I'm actually doing YouTube the way I want to, and to the extent that I want to. At every other point in my YouTube career, I don't want to get into it too much, but I was being held back. And something I learned from doing this channel, and it's the most important thing I've learned, and it doesn't really have much to do with YouTube, but it's that your time is really important, and you cannot let other people's bullshit get in the way of that. For the first 3 years of doing this channel, I was always running stupid errands and dealing with made-up problems and stressing over stupid arguments that were getting made, and the reason I'm being so productive this year is that I set a lot of hard boundaries in terms of I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with whatever crap you're trying to put on me. And luckily those boundaries have been mostly respected, and that's a big part of why this year's been going so well. It's starting to get a little hard. I am starting to feel a little burnout doing an episode every month. Sometimes I just don't have an idea, and other times I just don't have... and a lot of times it takes me a long time to figure out how I want to pace an episode and exactly how I want to present it. And that's really hard because, with a monthly deadline, sometimes I don't have all the time in the world to tinker with the pacing and whatnot. This season has been exceedingly fun. I have been enjoying the hell out of this season of Professor Preston, and a big part of that is the seasonal outfits. You might have noticed that I had a winter outfit and then a spring outfit, which was just the default outfit, and now I'm on to the summer outfit. Coming up, you're going to be seeing the autumn outfit, which I'm really excited for. I think it's my favorite one. And I'm doing the seasonal outfits for 2 reasons. First of all, because I think it looks cool and I've always wanted to do it, and I've always wanted to play into the real world passage of time. But also, I'm doing it to motivate myself to make a video every month. Because going through the trouble of drawing up a new character design just to use it one time would really stink. So, it's been really motivating me to get these monthly episodes out, just so that I can let the character design have a moment in the limelight, you know? One of my goals with Season 4 was to see if I can make a career out of YouTube, if I can actually make money. Now, I don't do YouTube for the money. I do it for self-expression, and I do it for fun. But, like anyone, if I can make money doing what I love, that would be ideal. And I'm starting to reach an age where I want more out of life. I want independence. There's a lot of things that I want, and it's getting to a point where I'm thinking I might have to move on to really committing to finding like a profitable career. And when that happens, YouTube isn't going to go away. It's always going to be my #1 hobby. But I will have to do that hobby less. So this year, I really wanted to try and succeed at YouTube, financially at least, you know? And it hasn't been working out. I've been uploading more consistently. I've been uploading shorts. I've done social media. I've been advertising my Patreon. And I got nothing, you know? I'm falling way short of my subscriber goals, and I haven't gotten a single patron. And it's weird. I don't feel bad about that. I was, at the start of the year, I was worried about how I would feel if I failed. But I actually, I don't know. It's fine. I don't feel like I was owed a YouTube career. It kind of stinks that it seems like maybe I don't have it in me. Because, I don't know, I wasn't in it for the money to begin with. The thing is, if I had to give up on YouTube without giving it a real try, I would have always wondered what could have been. But now that I'm giving it a real try, and it's not really coming together the way I was hoping, I'm like, okay, maybe it wasn't for me. But also, trying to has been a lot of fun. Trying to succeed at YouTube, like actually trying to, like, you know, game the algorithm and stuff, and upload regularly, it actually brings a lot of interesting challenges, like the regular uploads and making Patreon content. And, you know, in a lot of ways, bringing business into art can really hamper the art, but personally, these challenges have been really creatively stimulating. That kind of brings me to YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts are considered slop a lot of the times. Like they're really looked down on as this sort of lesser medium, and I would agree to them for the most part. A lot of YouTube Shorts are just advertisements for big videos, or they're like, you know, there's a lot of AI slop and there's a lot of handcrafted slop in YouTube Shorts. And a lot of YouTube Shorts are just like movie clips. It is kind of trashy, and I do understand with a lot of YouTubers expressing a desire to have YouTube Shorts be less prominent. That being said, my favorite YouTube Shorts come from channels like TBSkin. I think that's how you pronounce it. When I first started making YouTube Shorts, the challenge I was facing was, how do I do this really algorithmic thing, but keep my creative integrity? And I'm hoping that I brought a level of sophistication to my YouTube Shorts in the form of Tube Review. Tube Review is a show where I review YouTubers and YouTube videos, and it was interesting when I was watching TP Scan. I'm like, wow, this guy really knows his One Piece. He really knows his character design stuff, and I was just wondering, like, is there anything that I am confident enough with that I know enough about that I can speak about it so confidently in such a short form? And I was like, hey, YouTube, I watch a lot of YouTube, and that's sort of always been my specialty. I guess I was always too embarrassed to tap into it. But a lot of my best performing videos and the videos that get people to give me positive feedback the most are the videos I make about YouTubers. And it's not the most unique thing in the world to make a video about other people's videos and try to review them like a normal piece of content. But I feel like I must be bringing some kind of perspective that is unique, or at least well said. Another really fun thing about this year has been shaking digital hands with some creators I really like. I've been doing these portraits. I've been drawing every YouTuber that I've done a tube review of. And I got a retweet from Diazzle, and I got a very lovely comment and lots of support from Watchtower Database. They and that was crazy, I've been watching those guys for years, and the fact that they watched my video and gave such lovely feedback on it that was pretty crazy to me. And but most importantly, I had a brief interaction in the comments section of Quiet J, the creator of Zooliminology. I try not to shill my content too much. And the thing is, when I make a video about a YouTuber, it's kind of already attention-seeking and naughty to a certain extent. But I saw Quiet J was saying... They made a YouTube post asking if anybody has done any videos talking about Zooliminology, and if so, to send them their way, because they wanted to know what people think. And I was like, oh, there's some weirdo called Professor Preston who talked about Zooliminology, and apparently they liked my video a lot, and they told me that they think the hand-drawn sprites are really cool. And that was really cool, because I have so much respect for them, and Zooliminology is like one of my favorite things on YouTube. You want to know what's fucked up? And this is something that'll happen to you as you get older. Quiet J is like 5 years younger than me. One of my YouTube heroes is like so much younger than me. That's fucked up. That should be illegal. Okay? It's like, the creators I look up to are younger than me. A few years ago, when I found out Milo, Mini Minuteman, the archaeologist, when I learned that they were like a year younger than me, I was like, oh my god, I feel like a skeleton. I'm obviously exaggerating for the joke. I mostly feel that way because it feels like you're sort of conditioned to feel that way. But man, Milo the Mini Minuteman was like the first time one of my YouTube heroes was younger than me, and that was like, oh my god, I need to get my life together. I've had my fair share of hardships this year, but despite those hardships, this has been a really, really good year for me. All I can really say is that being a YouTuber has been worth it. It's been more than worth it. Just being able to express myself and explore my options as a creator, and like being able to get better at art and writing and editing, like picking up real editing skills and writing skills, while also having a blast doing it has been amazing. So yeah, this year has been great so far, and I'm excited even more so for the future. Well, that being said, season 5 probably isn't going to be like season 4. I don't think I have the energy to upload every month for a second year in a row. So season 5 of Professor Preston, I have some exciting plans for it, but it's going to be a lot more quality over quantity. You know what I mean? Another big change when it comes to season 5 is that from there, seasons of Professor Preston won't be like a year-long thing from January to December, but instead will be like a season will keep going until there is a change in the creative process, whether it be like the classroom set changes, or I just change how I do things format-wise. So seasons might go on a lot longer or be a lot shorter. We'll just have to see. Speaking of the future, but much more short-term, like in the next few months, I guess I can announce some projects. In September, we're doing Small Tubers Part 2. It's another video where I'm going to be looking at YouTube channels with less than 100,000 subscribers. So I know that my first one was pretty popular. It got a lot of nice feedback, so hopefully you'll enjoy that in the next one. I found a lot of really good channels that are under 100,000 subscribers, so it's going to be a lot of fun going through those. I really like doing the first one, and I bet this next one's going to be a lot of fun. And less than a week from now, Tube Review is going to be back with its summer batch. That's going to be another 5 Tube Reviews coming out throughout the end of July and the start of August. The autumn Tube Review set is going to be coming out throughout October, so that's going to be 5 Tube Reviews throughout October, covering Halloweeny, spooky videos and channels, so that's going to be fun. And then I'm going to do one more Tube Review in December to kind of close out the Volume 1 of Tube Review. So yeah, for next year, 2027, Professor Preston might go on a bit of a hiatus, depending on what happens. But Tube Review might come back a lot sooner than Professor Preston, and it might upload... Instead of doing a batch of 5 and then waiting a few months, you might get like a batch of 20 coming out weekly, because I won't be focusing so much on Professor Preston at the start of next year. So yeah, there's going to be a second season of Tube Review. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, it's been an exciting and fulfilling couple of years, and well, a few years, and this year in particular has been great, and I'm really excited for what's to come. I guess before I go, I can share a funny little anecdote. Yeah, so back in June, you might have seen my video titled I Lived, which was like it was a video kind of about my birthday. And a few years ago, I did a video titled Quarter Century, which was a video about me turning 25 years old. And between a Quarter Century was a very hopeful video. It was me saying that I'm a little anxious about the challenges life has in store for me, but I know deep down that I can overcome them. And between that video where I turned 25 and me turning 27 this year, a lot of shit hit the fan. A lot of the things I was afraid would happen did happen. And I really felt like, for my own sake, doing this video, reaffirming the fact that I can overcome it. It was a very personal video. It was partially based on something that happened to me last December, where every night when I got home from work, I would spend more time just sitting in the car staring forward. But one night, my brother and his friend happened to be hanging out in the parking lot, and they came to check on me. And like, I hadn't talked to anybody in like a year at that point. And I was all thumbs, and I was just freaking out, like, oh, I don't know how to talk to anyone anymore. But after a little bit of conversation, I felt like so refreshed. And I learned a valuable lesson, which was talk to people. Talking to people, especially new people that aren't like in your normal circle, can do you a lot of good. So yeah, I Lived was sort of based on that anecdote, how I felt like I was losing my mind with work, and then, you know, talking to somebody basically fixed me. Obviously, the main feature of the video is a music video set to the song Jane by the Long Faces, which was actually inspired by Izzy BN Art from Twitter, who made a very brief music video for Dispatch using that same song. I even took a lot of inspiration from their animation for like the climax of my music video. And it was a lot of fun to make. Figuring out the day-night cycle was an interesting challenge because I wanted to have identical shots, but I wanted to change what time of day it was. But I'm a traditional artist. I don't do digital art. So that was really, I didn't know how to do that. I had to get some really good paper, and I printed out the line art twice. And I just drew the same, I colored in the same scene twice, once for day, once for night. There was a lot of fun and interesting challenges involved with making I Lived, and it was a very personally fulfilling video, which makes it very funny that it is the first and only video that caused somebody to unsubscribe from me. That is just so funny to me. that like, oh, this video means so much to me. It's like a real personal and like passionate video, and somebody's like, no thanks, I came to hear you talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know what all this shit is. Like, no hard feelings. It's just I find it funny. There's a certain amount of karma there with me getting all serious and up in my own business and somebody leaving. But, you know, one of my other subscribers left a very supportive comment, and that makes it, like, more than worth it. I guess my advice as a YouTuber is that if you're going to do YouTube and you aren't going to, like, hyper market it, if you aren't going to, like, game the algorithm to the extreme, if you aren't, like, a professional who knows how to hack YouTube, you just gotta do it in the way that you like it. You have to do YouTube for yourself, because statistically, you're going to fail. There is so much competition for people's attention, and monthly subscriptions are becoming a problem. It is just sort of statistically unlikely that you'll make a living off of this. So you need to do it for yourself. Because when that failure comes, it won't matter if you love doing it. Professor Preston has been one of the favorite things about my life so far. It's fulfilling, it's challenging, and it's expressive, and I'm gonna keep doing it. And more importantly, I'm going to keep trying to improve and keep trying new things and keep making this channel better. Season 4 might be my favorite season of the show so far, because it is really me doing this thing the way I want to. And that matters more than anything. When it comes to personal hobbies and YouTube channels, you know, not interpersonal relationships, you need to cooperate sometimes with that. Anyways, that's enough rambling. My recording closet is really hot. There's basically no insulation in here. In the winter, this thing becomes a refrigerator. In the summer, it's basically a sauna. So, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for listening. Sorry that this was a lot more lazy than my other episodes. It's just that I was running behind, and I really didn't know how to approach this, so I thought just speaking from the heart would be the best. So yeah, I'll see you next month with a much more high effort and scripted video. See you around.